Hello everybody, welcome to my video. My name is Iris and today I want to talk to you about a conversation that I had with somebody over the weekend about his spiritual expansion and his spiritual growth, and this concept or idea that he had to give up the earthly things that he is enjoying in his life right now for the spirituality. So basically, in his mind, he was thinking, I have to give up all of these things that I enjoy doing: cocktails, women. I don't think it was smoking cigarettes for him. That never came up. But for a lot of people, that might be one of those things. So it's the earthly things that we find enjoyment and pleasure from versus that not being spiritual. So what I said to him was that spirituality is not an all or nothing thing. Spirituality in our awakening process is a gradual evolution that we have actually started a long time ago. And you will know when you are starting to wake up from your sleep, because a lot of people are still asleep. I was asleep until I started waking up, and that's all good and fine. That's no judgment whatsoever. We are all going through our own process. But what I said to him, like I said, is that it's not an all or nothing thing. You don't start your ascension as a process and then all of a sudden jump into being a Tibetan monk who gives up everything in their life to, spend hours upon hours meditating and not being out in the earthly world and having these earthly experiences. It's not like that. And that, I think, that that idea is a little bit, it holds us back from our own evolution. So what I said to him was that let it be a process. Allow yourself to enjoy what you enjoy right now, and as you learn, as you grow, as you have more mentors coming into your life, your body is going to acclimate itself to your higher vibration, because that's what's happening when you are going through your spiritual awakening. Is you're starting to vibrate at a higher level, and your body is going to realign itself. So here's an example. A couple of years ago, I was a meat eater and I was a wine fish. So I very much enjoyed meat until I started not enjoying the look of meat on display at the butchers. It was my favorite butchers. I would go there all the time. I would buy meat to barbecue. I really enjoyed it. And then one day I was at the meat counter and I was looking at all of this lovely display of beef, and it occurred to me, one day in the future, people are going to look back at the meat counter and they're going to go, I can't believe that people ate meat back then. Like, how barbaric. And I don't know that they're going to do that. I don't know if the population is going to become vegetarian or vegan, and to me it doesn't really matter. What matters is me and being in alignment with myself. But that to me was like the first awareness that I had, that my body was starting to acclimate to how my energy was now vibrating. I no longer resonated with eating meat. So I began the transition of becoming a vegetarian. That's not something that I premeditated and thought, I'm going to become a vegetarian just because I want to become a vegetarian. That is something that just naturally happened. And so I just allowed that to happen. The other example that I talked to him about was being this wine fish. I used to be very much use the wine bottle as my mechanism for winding down at the end of my day, to relieving my stress. at the end of my day, and sometimes, I'll be honest, right in the middle of the day. And that's no judgment about myself, it's no judgment about anybody else, and it is certainly not a judgment about the wine industry, because I love wine. But back in those days, I I needed that wine to function in my day, or so I thought. But as I started my own awakening and my own raising my vibration to a higher level, my body started to reject the wine. And I still love wine to this day. And I do drink wine every once in a while, but I just make sure that I choose the times, because it has like such an icky effect on me afterwards. So I have to be prepared for when I do drink the wine. So, but the point of that story was, in both of those examples, my body let me know what it was ready to release. And that's what I said to him. Like, don't try and be this spiritual person. It's an evolution. It just happens. Just let it happen naturally. Live your life, gather the information, assimilate it into your body, and your body is going to tell you when it's ready to release whatever it needs to release. Now, the other thing that we talked about was letting go of people in our lives that no longer resonate with us. And this is a really super hard thing to do, because we used to really enjoy being around those people, and now we don't enjoy being around these people, because our thought process and who we are becoming no longer resonates with that person or that group of people. And that sometimes is even more painful than becoming a vegetarian or giving up wine or alcohol or cigarettes or whatever it might happen to be. Letting go and releasing of people is a difficult process as well, because oftentimes we can find ourselves very, very lonely until new people that match us energetically and vibrationally show up in our lives. So wherever you are in your own journey, let your earthly ways be your earthly ways. Don't try and get ahead of yourself and put so much pressure on yourself to be this certain way that you haven't energetically evolved into yet. So just have an awareness and just have faith that your body is going to transition itself, and you will gradually ease in to being who you are becoming, which is spirit, love, and light. So I hope this video has been helpful. Leave a comment, share it, like it, subscribe to my channel if you're watching this on YouTube or my Instagram. And until the next video, sending you tons of love and light. Bye for now.